I am in a bird, baby bird, heard.
Your kids, and you do see it in later movies, but I think it's so sweet that you showed that there, especially with Ducky and her mom. Where's Anthony Eugene? In one of my audio fan fictions, we find that out, and it's a whole ordeal, but whatever. So Spike is all sad, and he's starting to feel like he doesn't belong. Having met other Spike Heels that look like him, and other young ones that look like him, he's starting to realize, I'm adopted. I don't look like them, I don't act like them, and he feels left out.
Ducky, I think Spike feels left out. I cannot help it. I am a swimmer. They cannot. I am a swimmer and he is not. No, no, no.
I feel kind of bad for Spike. I mean, it's not his fault he's annoying, but I also understand where Ducky's coming from, because if he comes in your life, and it's like a little bit of sibling rivalry, if he's always annoying you, taking what's yours, eating all your lunch, you're gonna feel like, okay, now you're just eating all my food. And I like how they show Ducky in this fight too, because she is a bit of a brat sometimes, and they don't always show that, but they do show Sear, the family dynamic, which is very realistic. And her bragging is basically her saying, yeah, whatever. Anyways, Tippy comes, and so does his mom. And she's like, oh, there you are. And I love the shade that she throws. It's not really shade, like she's not mean, but you can tell, like the way she delivers it, she was thinking something like, okay. It just made me crack up.
You meet again. And where is your family, dear? Hello. I'm his mother. Really? How nice.
Oh my god, that was great. The way she
The drivers are
said
so
it,
cute.
really
So goddamn cute.
nice. You know that underhanded way, like you ever had a family that adopted like an Asian person or a black person, or a black family that adopted a white person, and they're like, oh, who's that? Oh, here's my mom, and the mother's like completely different ethnicity, you know, and you're like, oh, hi. I've seen people do that shit. Like, I'm used to seeing that, but for someone who's not used to it, like they see a black mother with a white child, they're gonna be thinking a whole bunch of different things. Or
I am a bit bold. But
people are thinking it, but they're
I
not
don't
saying
like
it. But the way that they say
in their
it, you
direction.
can tell you that they're thinking it. And it's so freaking rude, but you can understand where they're coming from. Because you know people are like, oh,
No, they can easily kill me.
kid. And then you look at the
I won.
and you're like, anyway.
I won. But I'm in a little herd.
But it's just hilarious that they would do
Well, one
that.
of them has a baby, or even I have babies.
I can't stand when they do that.
When I'm an adult
The wrong way. Her horn is
in this
supposed to be black.
game.
It's supposed to be coming out of her head. They're like, most of the movies she looks like, you know, it's just the same color as like an extension, her skin. And then the other times it'll be a whole horn sticking through it. I'm like, stick with one thing. Jesus Christ, with a stick on her head.
You could see how his own kind lived. Oh, wow. Would you like that, Spike?
I like how Miss Eugene asked him, like, would you like that? You know, she just would. Because her fear is, that's my baby, and if he finds out where he came from, he might not want to be with me anymore, seeing as his mom anymore. So this is basically like adoption story, what adopted kids go through. It's like it's happy because he's not used to seeing someone who looks like him. So Marsha's like, I'll have him back with the bright circle in the sky. And as Spike is walking away, he feels bad about leaving his family, and his mom and Ducky are just standing there, looking so cute. Like they made them stand like acting like dinosaurs, and they're just standing there like, oh my god, he's amazing. And you can tell that in the shot, they're so worried. Even though Ducky's mad at him, like the thought of her losing her brother still
Hopefully when I get the food. The hell. Just leave us alone.
doesn't want to see him leave, and that's a very real possibility that this day has come, the day that they all dreaded. Spike was gonna find another Spike Hill family, and they were gonna take him away.
Go back in the water, Ducky.
Just her interaction with her mom, that really builds a lot of character, and I do love the Land Before Time movie for that. That's something I love doing in my fan fiction, not just with kids, but also with their parents as well and their guardians. It's very
I'm a turning your daddy, I'm turning your daddy. I live. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship because they give me protection while I
My God, what is
look
wrong
out
with this one? What is happening right now? Why
for
is this shit Godzilla?
predators because I can run super quick and warn them faster than a power. Like warn them. Something.
It's like that the entire time! Okay, you know. So even Littlefoot and the others start to notice that Spike is hanging out with this bird. Spike really spends a lot of time hanging out with the other Stegosauruses. Ducky is upset and probably a bit jealous. The mother wants Spike to stay again, and Mrs. Yushin is like, go ahead, you can stay with them one more night. I mean, they're having so much fun. It's very realistic. I'm like, okay, it's not a Spike tail and someone to play with. And this part's really sad. Aw, poor Ducky. She feels like she's losing her brother. Like, right there, the brother, this is probably over, what, the space of a week? We know that the Stegosaurus is there for a while. Maybe it's the space of a week, few days, and every time Spike chooses not to come back and hang out with his family and stays there, in the back of their minds, they're thinking, he's gonna leave, he's gonna leave. And in the middle of the night, we see Ducky's siblings, but now there's, what, 4 others? And she's always,
Don't let me.
she have a comfortable sleep, but it's bothering her. That's where Spike usually sleeps.
I know just how dangerous they are. I played that
She
one
usually
once.
sleeps on Spike. As bad as he sleeps, she's now finding a newfound appreciation for her brother, and she missed him. And that part there was so sweet. Like, that attention to detail of her missing him like that
I was like,
is one of the reasons I love
sit
these
there, but
movies.
nope.
As much as I make fun of them and how annoying they are with the different continuity issues, I
They really want to get to me, don't they?
You guys don't understand. Like, Land Before Time got me through a lot when I was growing up. They're my freaking imaginary friends, for crying out loud. Even though Littlefoot got hooked on drugs and Petrie died. And Spike's not really friends with anyone. He's like the INTJ character. He's like really superior to everyone else. Super smart, has his own lab now, does his own stuff. But Sarah and Ducky are still a big part of my life, as is Alex sometimes. And Victor, who's not officially in Land Before Time. He's a made-up character, but he's Sarah's father's sister's son that she abandoned after he had like 4 other boys. Long story. Anyway, they got me through a lot, and it's so fun. These characters were interesting enough for me to take them with me throughout life and add my own spin on them. Like, that is really, really big for me. And that's saying a lot about the characters. Now, part of it's because I also like dinosaurs very much. Although now Sarah and Ducky don't look exactly like dinosaurs in my world. They have their original heads, but they have other bodies, like human bodies. Anyway, I always go off into a tangent when I'm doing these freaking videos. I'm sorry. But after Ducky is sleeping, guess what happens? It snows again.
You died
This time, I don't know how
protecting
nobody
me.
wakes up. Like, I
It's
have
like
no idea how they
really
sleep
good.
so freaking deeply. Then again, they're a lot more active, so maybe they are, like, assed out by the end of the night. They realize, wow, Littlefoot was telling the truth all along. I love the brain freeze reaction afterwards. I love how it waits. Wait for him to swallow it, wait for it to hit his stomach, then. So realistic, I love it. But guess who gets in trouble? Mr. Thicknose. Get his face color right.
In all my years.
So why is it happening now?
The guy sounds like a mafia boss. Mr. Chops even chimes in and he's like, this stuff is horrible. It's so slippery I couldn't make it up the way from my net. Or I almost couldn't make it up the way from my net.
Yeah, he slid backwards right into my nose.
It was really funny. See? White sparkles from the sky. Just like I told you.
What did you say, Littlefoot? Go ahead, Littlefoot.
Here we go. So Littlefoot ends up telling them that, yeah, I told people about this. He's like, who'd you tell, Littlefoot? Oh, my friends. And Mr. Thicknose. And then they're like, what? You knew about this? And he threw him under the bus. You know damn well you didn't have to do that. But he was telling the truth. But then Littlefoot only chooses when to tell the truth and who to tell the truth to. You know damn well, in the back of his mind, he was like, I don't want to rob Mr. Thicknose of his dignity, but the bitch did tell on me into my grandfather's life. You know.
The boy said something, but it seemed so unlikely.
We're really disappointed in you. We thought you knew everything.
So did I.
And so Mr. Thicknose's pride has been squashed. That's partly his fault as well. The Stegosaurus has decided they're leaving because, I mean, this is the stuff they walked away to get away from. And now it's here. There's no point in them staying here.
And this one's going to...
Okay. Out, Spike.
If he accepts it, we'll have a flyer.
Ducky's still mad at
Okay,
him.
so I'd be able
Mad at
to
him because, you know, he treated her kind of
distract.
unfairly.
Flyer will
She's
be
mad at him because
but
he chose to stay with that other family. To the point where she doesn't even know
I
why she's
don't
still mad.
know. And Stegos would
Hey, that looked like fun.
protect.
So they are start playing with the snow, and that's where the first snow fights came from. Maybe.
Oh,
Watch it, kid.
me sorry.
I do like Petrie though in the later movies. Not really his character, but I do like him in the later movies because he grows up a little bit. He's still annoying, but you can start to see him kind of shedding that blanket of annoyance. Anyway, everyone plays in the snow, and Littlefoot really likes it. And I like watching the interaction between the parents. Ducky starts to feel good about being with Spike again. She starts actually playing with Spike and with Tippy.
Hey, guys. Hey. Good shot, Mom. Happy to help, dear.
I love how his mom laced her with that snowball. It's so freaking good. His mom is such a badass. I love her so much.
Hey, long neck. Here it comes.
You know, damn well he's laughing because the kids are laughing. The kids weren't laughing, you would have been like, bitch, who are you throwing that snowball at? I'm bigger than you. What do you think you're doing? I can imagine. Gourmet wasn't expecting. You could see he was tight. You could see he was tight when she threw that snowball at him. Even the fact that Mario is playing too, that makes a lot of, that gives me a lot of chills. Like, I had such good feelings watching this.
Well, time to head for the nest.
Aww. Night, Littlefoot. Bye. Good night, Sarah. Night. Night, Spike. This was a good day. Yep.
You know, the way that her mom, the way that her mom just comes to the shot like that, yo, that's freaking terrifying, my guy. You're not expecting her to be there. Yo, what in Siren Head, man? Yo, that is great. I wish there was a Trevor Henderson thing, like, it's just called the dinosaur, or the prehistoric. And it's this thing that just stands in alleyways, it's right in your periphery. You can never directly look at it, right? You can never directly look at it, but you know it's there, and you can feel it. If you turn around to look, it's not there. You just hear some scaly bristles, like its scales are moving on its body and bones are crunching. And if you use your peripheral vision, you turn your head to the side and look straight ahead, but kind of look at the side as well, you can see it standing there. And every time you look with your peripheral vision, it gets closer and closer, and then nothing. And everybody who's come into contact with this thing, and it gets closer until it's right beside you in your peripheral vision, is found with all their bones broken and turned to mush inside their flesh. There's literally like bones and muscle that looks as though it's been chewed up and spat out. Like something huge ate it, chomped on it, grinded it, and spat it back out as minced meat. And the only way they can identify these people is because either they were missing or their teeth are in that grinded muscle bone mixture. It's freaking disgusting. Ew, I just came up with that. But yeah, in my Trevor Henderson universe, the guy who made Siren Head and all those different monsters, that's what that would be. Or SCP or whatever.
I'm a tiny,
Come on, Spike. Let us go home.